What about Obi-Wan? She looked stricken, pale and terrified. It made him love her more. He shook his head. Many of the Jedi have been killed. But... She stared out at the rivers of traffic crosshatching the sky. Are you sure? It seems so unbelievable. I was there, Padme. It's all true. But how could Obi-Wan be involved in something like that? He said, "We may never know." Outlawed, she murmured. What happens now? All Jedi are required to surrender themselves immediately, he said. Those who resist are being dealt with. Anakin, they're your family. They're traitors. You're my family. You and the baby. How can all of them be traitors? They're not the only ones. There were senators in this as well. Now finally she looked at him, and fear shone from her eyes. He smiled. Don't worry. I won't let anything happen to you. To me? You need to distance yourself from your friends in the Senate, Padme. It's very important to avoid even the appearance of disloyalty. Anakin, you sound like you're threatening me. This is a dangerous time, he said. We are all judged by the company we keep. But I've opposed the war. I opposed Palpatine's emergency powers. I publicly called him a threat to democracy. That's all behind us now. What is? What I've done or democracy? Padme. Her chin came up and her eyes hardened. Am I under suspicion? Palpatine and I have discussed you already. You're in the clear, so long as you avoid inappropriate associations. How am I in the clear? Because you're with me. Because I say you are. She stared at him as if she'd never seen him before. You told him. He knew. Anakin, there's no more need for secrets, Padme. Don't you see? I'm not a Jedi anymore. There aren't any Jedi. There's just me. He reached for her hand. She let him take it. And you, and our child. Then we can go, can't we? Her hard stare melted to naked appeal. We can leave this planet, go somewhere we can be together, somewhere safe. We'll be together here, he said. You are safe. I have made you safe. Safe, she echoed bitterly, pulling her hand away. As long as Palpatine doesn't change his mind. The hand she had pulled from his grasp was trembling. The Separatist leadership is in hiding on Mustafar. I'm on my way to deal with them right now. Deal with them? The corners of her mouth drew down. Like the Jedi are being dealt with? This is an important mission. I'm going to end the war. She looked away. You're going alone? Have faith, my love, he said. She shook her head helplessly, and a pair of tears spilled from her eyes. He touched them with his mechanical hand. The fingertips of his black glove glistened in the dawn. Two liquid gems, indescribably precious, because they were his. He had earned them, as he had earned her, as he had earned the child she bore. He had paid for them with innocent blood. I love you, he said. This won't take long. Wait for me. Fresh tears streamed onto her ivory cheeks, and she threw herself into his arms. Always, Anakin. Forever. Come back to me, my love. My life. Come back to me. He smiled down on her. You say that like I'm already gone.